What up? What up? Happy Friday. Welcome to another great episode of the Real Deal Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Courtney Harding. Glad to be back with another exciting episode. Podcast family is waiting in the wings. Good friend of the show, good friend just in general, one of my favorite people in this space. Bringing her back on. If you know what I'm talking about, we've done multiple shows over the last 2 weeks. I've been on her show, she's been on my show, and everything too. So I'm glad to catch up with her as well. But before we get started, hit my music. Let's get it. All right. Once again, welcome to another great episode of the Real Deal Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Courtney Hardin, and glad to be back with a new episode. Happy Friday once again. Hope everyone enjoyed their week and getting ready for this weekend. I know I am. Been a busy week, but as always, blessed to see another day, see another week as well. And I always thank God for that. First and foremost. But before we get started, you can follow the show on all the podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple. We're also on YouTube, BS3 Network, BS3TVLive.com, BS3 Network, BS3 TV Network, Roku channel, iHeartRadio, wherever you consume podcasts. We're there. And you can follow me on all the social platforms, The Real Deal with Courtney Hardin, and Courtney Hardin on all the platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Blue Sky. All right, let me bring in my podcast family back to the show for I lost count now. So it's just as soon as she's always invited. So she knocks on the door, comes in, and we just start chopping it up as always. Like we haven't missed a beat. So I'm welcome to the show. So back to the show, Serenity Douglas, track and field commentator, reporter, content creator, and now the voice of Athlos. That was just happened last week. The track and field, the competition that was in New York City last week, and she was the PA announcer. So I'm so proud of her. So congratulations on all the success, and thank you again, Serenity, for doing this. Really appreciate it.
Of course, I got you every single time on The Real Deal. I love coming up here because, you give me a platform to just yap.
Yes.
That's what I love to do.
Yeah, that's what we all love to do. We love to, especially in this space, we love doing that. We just like to yap about not just track and field, but what's going on in media and life and everything too. So it's always good to catch up with you. So, and like you said, long time no see, even though it's been like 2 weeks, but it's been so I'm just glad to get you back on and catch up with you. So great, like you said, great success, and with the PA announcing, it seemed like you had your team there with you, and
yes,
I seen all the footage and the content. It was just great. So it seemed like it was a really good time.
Oh no, it was great, and it was actually the first meet that I've been able to have a team with me. Yeah. So my manager Roderick was there. Dr. Leah was also there from RH7 Sports, and it was like, wow, to have help. This is how it feels. Yeah. So the only stress I had on me was just the stress of the actual meet and, just making sure I have everything done and figured out, but it was no stress about anything else. And I'm not used to that. So yeah, having Roderick there with me by my side the entire time was so good. Like that was the support I needed. He was at rehearsals with me. I rehearsed the day before from like 11 a.m. until 7:30 p.m. And he was there the whole time. We were missing long jump in Times Square. But anything I needed, he got it for me. So yeah, it was great.
Oh my goodness! And we talked about this maybe like a month ago. You were saying that you have now the management team, and you just you've been saying, you said, hey, I have help now. I have a team, and this is all you've been working for over the years, and they showed up for you, and they're helping you, and they're guiding you through, and just getting those opportunities. And look, now the voice of Athlos. Talk about that, getting that title, getting that opportunity, and being able to basically called, announce the names of the athletes,
Yeah.
and when they were presenting and when they're competing and everything too, which was again, it was a great event. This Athlos second year.
Yeah. So Athlos approached me back in March, and it was
Mhm.
Kayla Green, their chief marketing officer. I want to make sure I got her title right. But Kayla approached me back in March at Texas Relays and was like, we love you. We think you're dope. And I was like, well, I love you guys. I
Yeah,
think what
yeah,
you're doing is great. I mean, I got to meet her last year, just in a different space.
yeah,
So when she approached me and then we had conversations about it, they were just saying that we had such a great time at Athlos last year, but they wanted that to reflect on the broadcast and just all around with the talent. And that comes from just production. It comes
yeah,
from, money as well. And it just comes from like putting more time into the production aspect of it. Because what type of meet is it if, everybody else can't see how dope it is?
yeah.
So we kind of explored ideas of what they want me to do. And then we ended up getting around. They thought that a great fit for me would be public announcing. Mind you, I have not done a lot of public announcing. It just is the way it is. I get put on the sideline, I get put in the booth, and that's just what it is. It doesn't mean I can't do it. I just don't normally get booked for it a lot. But am I gonna tell Athlos no? Just like telling Alexis no. I'm not telling any of them no.
Yeah,
So I agreed to it and I worked my butt off at it. I made sure I practiced and I studied because it is a little bit different from play-by-play and being a color commentator because the athletes can't hear that, nor can the stadium. But it's the same thing, but now everybody can hear you. You kind of have to take a little bit more time to get through some of your reads. You have to be careful about what you say because you need to be careful about what you say anyway. But you need to be more careful because people can hear you now. And you also don't have somebody else working with you. It's just you. So it was just really different for me. But once I stepped into my element, then I was in my element. And it was actually Athlos that kept calling me. And Alexis, they kept calling me the voice of Athlos. Because me, I'm the public announcer. Nobody knows what a public announcer is.
yeah,
So they
right.
named me the voice of Athlos. And I was like, oh, well, that makes a lot more sense. People know how to understand that.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, you know what? Let me start introducing myself to people as the voice of Athlos for the evening. So that's what I started to do. And I had a blast. This is why I had to wait a little bit of time before we could do the podcast because my voice was gone.
Oh yeah, I understood that because I didn't want to I thought about reaching out to you like right when you got back, and I'm like, no, you need some time, kind of reflect, kind of rewind.
I needed to unwind.
You need all that, and I totally understood that. That's why I didn't ask you until a little later.
Yeah.
Say, okay, let me give her just a week. That's just out of respect and out of just in general.
Sure.
And just wanted to, because I know you said you want to reflect, you want to rewind, you want to still be in that. You were still on a high too. So I didn't want to step on that. It's like, no, I congratulate you from afar and everything too. And I remember the last time we did a show, I think a couple weeks ago, we were I was gonna come to New York City, but I had family in town, so couldn't make it there. But I watched it. It was on Ion, and it was also on YouTube. So then, like I said, second year, and it's becoming much bigger. And for those that don't know, Athlos is all women track meet. Basically, Alexis Ohanian is the lead of that. Those that don't know, everybody knows him as Serena Williams' husband, but he does his own thing. He's running this league and everything too. And like you said, like his I think it was Twitter said, we turned the hearts of New York into a runway for these world class athletes for Athlos. So talk about that experience from the first year to the second year. And now this third year is going to be even bigger. It seems like I saw the commercial for that, and like I said, it looked like it had more athletes, but like I said, the runway on Times Square for the long jump. It's like what, what's going on? But talk about the atmosphere and the experience of it's like a party meets track and field.
That's exactly what it was. Like, oh my goodness, it was electric. It was like nothing you have experienced before. And I wish everybody could experience it because we're not just hyping it. I have no reason to be saying, I guess, besides being, scared that they're going to take my check away, but I have no reason to just be saying nice things about Athlos. I genuinely mean it. It was absolutely amazing. And that's how I felt about it last year. And I wasn't even working for them. I was there with Citius Mag, but now this year like the experience I had last year, I didn't think it could get any better, and then it did. So
Right.
like I invited my friend to come with me who ended up running my social media. And because it was that good, I was like, somebody else needs to experience this. Like,
Yes,
look what I wanted to scream. So then she came and she was, oh my gosh, she was helping me like boots on the ground. And then Tiana came as well. Tiana Daniels came as well. And she did her meet tea on the mat. And then she got to experience the meet. And it was just like, I know that they had a great time because we talked about it in the car ride leaving. So I was in the booth the whole time. So I was up top the whole time, and I was, I was just looking down there.
Just looking down,
This FOMO. I was like, I see Queen Latifah walking in. I see Issa Rae walking in. Like, I am jealous up here. I'm working. But it was great. And I know that it was good for the fans as well. Because I would see when they would do the drone shot of all the empty stands, I was like, why are they empty? I know we sold out, and then they would do like a drone shot of the bottom. It's because all those people who are supposed to be in their seats, they're all hanging over the fence, like everybody in VIP. Like, nobody's in their seats. They're choosing to stand up. They're choosing to be all in the aisles. They're choosing to be everywhere else but sitting down because they're like, nah, we're too high up. We need to get down there.
Get down on the ground. Look down on the ground. Yeah, get down there. Yeah.
It was just electric. And when I finally did get time to go down to Times Square, like I said, I had rehearsals that day. It was just insane to see Times Square, something hosted in Times Square.
Right.
It's something that you really can't even grasp. He kept saying that he's going to do it, but to see it get done, because I didn't get to see the setup. I didn't get to see anything. I was literally sun up to sundown. I was at rehearsals. So to see it come to life, I was like, oh my goodness. This is exactly what you need. You need people stopping and being like, what's going on over there? Yeah. Okay, let's just see. It's like we look at it like as street performers in a way. And they are. And the women were just eating it up, from Quanisha to Claire and Tara. It was fantastic.
It just like it became it was bigger this time around, and you said more athletes, and it was interesting because some of the athletes they got that check, and I mean they're throwing shots at Grand Slam for sure. And they were I love the pettiness. I do. I mean, I'm not, but it was
that quickly that I have never experienced anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing, because when I finally got to go down to the track, I introduced Sierra, and then I was like, I'm going to go see my friends. Like, I'm finally going to go bingo. And to see like Masai showing her cash out, to see like Tara showing her cash out, I was like, what?
And immediately too, like,
I'm like, let me check my cash out. Like, let's pay the workers that quick.
Pay the workers too. Yes. Pay the athletes. Got to pay you too. Get that bag. I mean,
like, let's pay me that quick. I'm gonna definitely propose that and be like, pay me that quick.
Pay that quick, because I mean, you're paying athletes that quick. He was like, hey, I can get that money too, because I'm
literally.
But it was. I mean, it seemed like it was, like I said, a great event. And you said it turned out. I saw Ari Chambers was there putting some content out. Shout out to Ari Chambers from ESPN.
She was great to work with.
Yeah, she's I've had her on the show a couple of times. Been a minute, but I've had her on the show a couple of times, and she's always promoting and pushing women's sports and like the part of it. And she always, WNBA especially, but all women's sports in general. She's the a voice of that. As well.
And speaking on that, I'm sorry, Courtney, but speaking on that, it's something about leaving a track meet and feeling so full. Like, we all go to meets, and it's like, we have moments where it's, dang, I wish so-and-so didn't false start, or dang, what if so-and-so won? Like feeling like scenarios, which, different scenarios could have happened. But I left it's no shade to the men, but I left not feeling like there was anything missing.
Yeah. Right.
And not even realizing that there's a whole subsection, there's men missing. I don't realize, because he marketed and these women showcased their talent so well that you didn't even realize this was not a full track meet. This was not, there's men missing,
Yeah.
there's other events missing too, technically, but they put on such a show that you felt so satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something that's so impressive, because anybody can put on an all women's meet. Anybody can, but it's the idea that you put it on and you didn't leave feeling like you missed anything.
Right. Right.
Like you completely forgot that no men even competed. No men competed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no men, and that just shows the incredible, talented women from like you said, from the athlete, from the media, from just in general, the talent, and to be able to have someone to back that up and to push the marketing the way it is and promoting it the right way. And like you said, this just feels different. And I just saw, it said last year, some folks said we had 3 million viewers from the inaugural Athlos season. Now that it was coming off the Olympic high, but now it's 3.75 million.
Yeah.
And there's no Olympic year. Yes, it was the world, but no Olympic year. So, but now it's trying to making it bigger for 2026. I saw that commercial. They're talking about having like the brands like Nike versus New Balance versus. That's what I'm interested in. So, I mean, what can you tell us? I mean, you might know a little, but what can you tell us about like that? What they're planning on. He said doing like a F1 type of like a thing, but it's like this is gonna be good. I'm looking forward to that. Nike versus New Balance versus Reebok, whoever, Puma, whatever brands. Just come on, we want to battle. What do you think of that?
I think I'm mainly just excited to see these ideas come to life and new ideas in general. It's the same way I have felt about Grand Slam as well. Like the fact that something new is here is so exciting. So whenever a new thing comes up, I'm like, yes, I'm eating it up because it's exciting. Very exciting. Like you said, he said he wants it to feel like F1. I'm excited to see that be executed. I'm excited to be a part of that if I'm going to be a part of that. I'm excited to see the athletes just dive into it. And whether it's by brand, whether it's by whatever it's going to be, just something different. Why not? Why not? There's nothing wrong with how it's been done. I mean, we've all run it how it's been done, and it's cool like that too. But it's going to be done like that for Worlds. It's going to be done like that for the Olympics. It's going to be done like that for, the circuit overseas. That's great. How about let's do something different? Why not? And I'm just really, really excited overall to see these in 2026, all the leagues just do something that we haven't seen before. Because we see it in the other sports. So I think I'm just really excited to see these ideas get executed, because it was something about being a small part of it from last year. I didn't work with Athlos last year, but like I said, being there and then now working with them this year, seeing the way it's like, this is what we want to do. Boom. And then they did it. That's so satisfying.
Yep.
And I know I'm not in all their meetings or anything. I'm, like I said, I'm just a small part of it. I come on the back end.
Hey, you asked me, I'm there. That's it. Yep.
Really get done. I was like, yes, I love that. So whatever he says is gonna happen is gonna happen. I think that's what makes me the most excited about it, really.
Yeah, the everything from media to the coverage was top notch. Serena Williams giving out the crowns, and and then you had Carrie Champion, who was doing all the shout out to Carrie Champion.
Shout out Carrie.
Yeah, shout out Carrie, and she was always on point. Like even from I remember when she was on First Take ESPN, even to today, she just continues to shine and do her thing. I mean, from everybody. Tay, shout out to Tay as well. She was there. I saw her some of her content. Caitlin Hutchinson, she was out there.
Yeah.
And did some of her birthday
Caitlin
too.
Was killing it. Yes, Caitlin was killing it. She makes things like I said, as I was at rehearsals, I'm like looking at Instagram when I shouldn't be. And I'm like, dang, I wish I was there. And I'm like, oh, this is how Caitlin's content makes you feel. It makes it feel like you're missing out.
You're missing out. Like that. Yes, for sure.
That's the point.
That's the point. They did great content, and they made you feel, like you said, make you feel like, okay, this is the reason why we see their great content, how they work, how they're at their work, at their best when they work as well. All right. One more on this, and then we'll get into some of the track and field, some of the track and field news of a lot of moving parts coming into 2026. So for sure, wanted to ask you, what would you say was some of your favorite moments of Athlos? There was quite a bit, but if you could pick one or two, what was some of your favorite moments?
So I would say my favorite moment, I have two. My favorite moment was Brittany Brown not only getting double golds, but her seeing her family that came for her.
Yeah.
She had like 30 people in the stands because right when we were leaving, like they're kicking us out. We're just lingering after the concert and they're kicking us out. And then I saw like this group taking a picture in the stands. And I'm thinking, I don't know. I think immediately I thought it was just like maybe like a boys and girls club. I didn't really know who it was because I'm like, they're all sticking together. It's like maybe they're a club that came to watch Athlos. Yeah. And no, they had printouts of faces. I was like, is that Brittany? And Brittany's in the middle. And I was just like, bro, she had like 30 people coming to support her. And I'm like, not only did she have 30 people coming to support her, but those 30 or 50 people got to see her walk away with $120,000. Like, I just loved seeing that because New York is not cheap at all. Okay. And trust me, because Tara had a huge group as well. It's one of those things where it's like, it's not easy getting there. And she had all of those people coming to support her. And I just know that meant so much because then she can go and celebrate with them when she's done. Like that made my heart so full. So that was my favorite thing. And then I would say my next favorite thing, I would say just seeing all of the celebrities that came to support track was just something that was just so exciting. Seeing them really, really support the ladies was just, it made my heart warm.
Yeah, I love that. I love seeing that too. Like me and my wife was watching and we were just talking about, the celebrities. Like you said, it's in New York City. You have a runway right in the middle of Times Square and you get people just probably walking around thinking, what is this? Like you said, but it helps. And I know you've been in track, you've run track, you've been a student athlete, all those things, and to see the growth now over the years, to be in New York City, to be in the bright lights, and to see that come together like that, it just continues to keep growing. I think that was one of the most amazing things was for that as well, and
you could tell that they had fun. You can always tell when a celebrity is there to meet a quota or there because doing a favor for somebody. They were there and they had a time, like, and that's what I really loved, because that makes them want to keep coming back. And then just what it did for the athletes, I think that it just goes such a long way because they deserve to feel that way and they deserve to feel famous and they deserve to feel special because they're special to us, the track community, absolutely. But how about you're special to Queen Latifah? Excuse me? And that just, I know that means a lot to them because they work their butts off to get minimal viewership, to get minimal money, to get not that much respect. And now it's like, this is what they deserved. And I just think that this whole year, I think that this has just been a fantastic year for track. With the world's viewership, with freaking Grand Slams viewership as well. Tons of fans came out for them as well. And then even Athlos, I just think it was a great year all around for track and field. So to end it off with Athlos and them getting to feel like celebrities was just like, yes.
We're like, yes. And I've known you for the last couple of years and we've been pushing like, yes, it's fine. Like, yes, they're getting the recognition that it totally deserves. And this year, like you said, a non-Olympic year, because usually you said a lot of casuals will just be they think, okay, Olympics, which is great. The more eyeballs, the better for sure. But these athletes are running every single year and trying to make money, trying to get the recognition, trying to get people to really tell their stories and things like that. This year was one of those years where it all came together, like you said, with all the events and everything too. The worlds from grandstand track to Athlos to it's been a tremendous year,
Yeah.
for sure. And Athlos to kind of end the year the way it did, it was amazing. So
For sure.
for sure, so track and field definitely gets that standing ovation, because it really, people are now really paying attention, and I think it's just continue to keep growing. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to the next couple of years and everything too. So all right, just got two more, and I'll let you go, because like I said, I know we could go long like we usually
Oh
do,
yeah,
but
we
I
can
know
keep
we got,
yapping.
yeah, that's what you said. We do some yapping, and that's what it is. So, but you had a couple of days ago, you said something about, you put on there for transparency about a rejection email that you got, which I thought was interesting. We've all had them. I've gotten them,
Yeah.
trying to get credentials on certain events. And like you said the morning of the biggest event gig that you've ever had, you've done
Yeah.
a lot, and you say you get a rejection on no context whatsoever. It just says no. One word, and just gets your inbox while a yes is already waiting for you in real life, which I love that. You said
Mhm.
rejection happens, but so many doors opening. So yes, you're going to get more no's than yes, but you got that yes. And I thought that was interesting. I thought it was great just to be transparent about it, and at the same time. But talk about that as you said, rejection, but you had the biggest gig that you worked for.
Yeah. Well, to add some context, the morning of, I saw it. It was from Workday. I was like, Serenity, don't check this right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I checked it, and it was just like, we regret to inform you that we have chosen somebody else. Okay. They didn't tell me what job it was.
Yeah,
It didn't tell me what company it was. And
yeah,
we all know Workday, you can't even reply to it. So I got no context. That's what really irritated me.
yeah,
Because I get no's all the time.
yeah.
But I got no context. I was like, well, this is stupid. And then I was like, you know what? Put your phone down. And you're literally getting your makeup done right now by
Mm-hmm.
a celebrity makeup artist. You're literally about to go on one of the biggest stages you've ever gone on. And it's ironic how it happens sometimes.
Yeah,
Where it's like you get these no's, but you also have all of these yeses. And a lot of people, I always talk about transparency, especially with my journey, because a lot of people don't know that I was laid off from my last job in
right.
April.
Yeah,
And just now transitioning to freelance full time has been very difficult. I have been looking for work because, freelance, it comes and it goes. You never really know sometimes. And I've
right.
been applying for positions that I feel like I'm extremely qualified for, and I haven't gotten any bites. And then you go and you're around celebrities and you're rubbing shoulders with Serena Williams, and they don't know, that you are struggling financially, or they don't know that you're
Mm-hmm.
looking for work. They don't know that, because this is what they see. They see you on a red carpet and they see that you're about to go and do a great job. But people don't even realize the type of situation that you're in when you have to go back home. So
Right,
that's why I just
right.
always try to keep all of my platforms extremely transparent in my journey. With me looking for work, and me needing a full-time gig, as you could say, while I also have my freelancing opportunities too. So yeah, it put things in perspective for me, but that is not the first time that's happened at
Yeah,
all. When I
right.
say at all, that was just the first time I decided to post it. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, maybe I need to start posting them a lot more, because I have gotten them. That I got one today from Disney. I was like, dang, I can't be a content producer. I know how to be a
Right.
content producer, and I
Yes,
did that
right.
one.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, at least I got told which job that was.
Yes, yeah, right.
It's definitely a stop and smell the roses type of moment. But it's also, I share that for people to realize that everything that glitters is not gold. I'm extremely
Mhm.
blessed, and I'm extremely blessed that I got that opportunity. But at the end of the day, I still need something, and
Yeah,
I still need to want to continue to grow in my career, and I still get a whole lot of no's as well.
yep, I agree. When I saw that, and I was like, I can resonate for sure.
Mhm.
And we love doing what we do. We love the interviewing. We love reporting. We love, and then you get those gigs, or you get those opportunities, and we're blessed about it. We're cherished it, and things like that. And I think one thing that you definitely said is, like you said, you're already there, getting your makeup done, and he
Mhm.
said about to have the biggest gig of your career, and you're thinking, you know what, I'm gonna just put my phone down and move and just keep it moving because
Yeah.
I'm here. So yes, I when that hit totally because I was the same thing. I had got a rejection from just to see if I can get credentials. I think it was for WNBA,
Mm-hmm.
and they kept rejecting. They kept rejecting. And I understand how much like the platform, they have certain national media and all that. I get all that, so I don't take it personal or anything like that. But it just makes you wonder. So Ben Sutter, who's the creator of the BS3 network, he just sent a letter to them and said, just being transparent, he said, send a letter to them and say, what does it take for Courtney to get more credentials or anything like that? Like he's doing everything, he's like promoting, doing all these things, but what does it take to get an all-star credential or get a credential? We don't have no team in Philadelphia or anything like that. We're getting ready to in about 4 years, but what does it take for that? Just at one time, done stuff with the Zoom and all that. They never responded. So I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. You can move on and do something else. And when you said that, I was like, I totally get it. Totally.
Yeah.
Just being transparent because you said the more you get no, but then you have a yes. And then there's the biggest thing in your career at the moment. So so cherish it and you're blessed when you got that. So like I said, congrats, my friend, on all success that you got going and coming up as well, because there's going to be more opportunities for you for sure.
Absolutely.
Yes, we'll put that out there, pray about it, and God's got us on his time. So it's for sure. All right, last few I wanted to ask you. Let's get into some track and field news, and that's what we talk about. We got Femke Bol announced that she's going to shift in 2026 to the 800 from the 400-meter hurdles. That's going to be an interesting shift from there. If anybody can do it, she can. Mm-hmm. But what do you think of the announcement of her now shifting all her folks to the 800 in 2026?
I love the shakeup. And I love that the 400 or 400 hurdle girlies are switching some things up.
Yeah.
And it even makes me think of Ry Benjamin saying that he's going to run the 4 and the 2. I love the switch up, to be honest. You have such, your career is only so long. And I think that she's going to do well, to be honest. She has some stiff competition.
Oh, yes.
Yes. She has stiff competition, but we were talking about this at Athlos. The 400 hurdlers train like 800 runners. So it's very fitting. I don't know if all 400 runners can do that, but 400 hurdlers are strong enough. Yes. Yeah. Now, what will she run? I don't really know. Yeah. I think I see her opening up with like a 202. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Yeah, I see her opening with a 202, which is crazy fast.
Very fast still.
And then to see Mara Lady Paulino, she said, you know what, I'm gonna do it too, but just for a test. I'm like, that's dope. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I think it's just exciting to see. I love the switch up.
I do too. I love it too. We just saw Sydney dominate in the 400 and made the switch, and she's run a couple different races. The 200, she's done, her, and somebody like for Femke, they said accomplished everything in the 400 hurdles, accomplished everything in the 400 hurdles, and became one of the all-time greats in that, and just in that event. So why not switch it? Why not do something different? And you said Ry Benjamin, now that he's won Olympic gold, he's won worlds. So why not try the 400 and the 200? I mean, dip your toe in it and see what happens. And, and Paulino says the same thing. I love the switch up too. I thought it was interesting when I got you on the show. I was like, oh, we got some news to kind of discuss.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It is exciting. I think it's a great shakeup. And now the 400-meter hurdles, you just don't know. It could be anybody's meet now. That Sydney, we don't know if she's going to go back. I don't think she will. Sydney can do anything she wants.
Yeah. But I like that they have time.
Yeah.
Olympics is in 2028, and I like that they're using that time.
Yeah.
To do something different. Why not?
Yeah. Why not? Why not? Well, you said you can't do it, so you get it. You can try it. If it doesn't work, say, hey, I can always go back and get back to my bread and butter of the events that I dominate in too, and everything too. But one more I want to ask you about Melissa Jefferson Wooden, who had a tremendous year. Yes. We talked about this over the last few months, over the year, I should say. And she raced. I don't know if you saw the video where she raced 100 men.
Bro.
Yeah, and beat them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So, like, she did. I love her comment. She was like, "Did you think the guy? Did you think that you would win?" She's like, "Of course, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm a
Yeah.
world champion. Like, yes,
Yeah. I
yeah,
love it. I
yeah.
love it when athletes in general, but especially track athletes do stuff like that because it's like the audience needs to see that you are not her. The average human needs to see y'all
Right.
need to be able to conceptualize that this cannot be done by anybody.
Yeah,
We know it because we know how
it.
fast 1060 is, but we need for y'all to understand.
Yes.
And I get it. Y'all can't conceptualize it. You know, I think speed is something that's really difficult to conceptualize. You know, it's different when basketball, you see them dunk and then you go and stand under a hoop and you're like, dang, that's tall. Like you were able to grasp that is hard.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe for football it's kind of difficult for you to understand too. But with track, speed is difficult to conceptualize, and that helps it.
Yeah.
When you go and race people like I show speed, when you go and race average men, yes. Now you understand that this is not for the birds, and you are not her.
Yeah, you're not her. You are not her. And that's a good point because it's like you said, speed is until you see it in person. You might think, oh, okay, you see it on TV, they're real fast. You know, 1069, they're real fast. But until you see it in person, you know, it's like people might think, you know, people say men might say, oh, I could be women. That's how some men think in that way. Like a man could be a woman and racing. Like, nah. Like you, this is a world track athlete, like a champion, and you know, a 3-time medalist in this past Worlds. Like, hello, 3-time gold medalist. Let me say gold medal. Let me put some respect on 3-time gold medalist, the 1, the 2, and the 4x1. So it's not like she's like just some average athlete.
Some average Joe.
Average Joe. You know, we're average Joes compared to their average Joe compared to her. You know, and I know there was one guy who got close, but like she said, she saw on the peripheral and said, "Nah, not today. No, I saw you, and I'm gonna beat you." And then the guy asked the other guy and said, "You run track?" He's like, "No, just naturally fast." But you said when you see speed in person, that type of speed, it's different. It's totally different.
Yeah.
You know, I thought I was fast until I raced some people that actually ran track and like, you know, it's not so. I guess I'm fast, and then if I train, maybe I could. But when I'm running people that does this for a living, it's not the same. Nope. You get humbled real quick.
For sure.
You know, you get humbled real quick, and then you're tired. It's like, not so much. For sure. You know, right. So, well, Serenity, like I said, we can yap for hours. We've done it before, so I'm gonna cut it here. But I just love talking with you and enjoy our conversations and things like that. But last thing, if you could announce anything, what do you got coming up in the next for the rest of the year?
Yeah, so next up I have the running event. It is an all running trade show. It's normally done in Austin, but this is their first year as they moved to San Antonio. So they're going to be doing some activation, some content for them. And that's in December. I will also TBD, but in November, I just remembered, I'm going to be working with HBCU Go for some football. Yeah, that's what I have coming up for the rest of the year.
Okay, well, you got a lot coming up. Like you said, one rejection letter, it means that you get 2 yeses.
Okay.
So you double the rejection. So there it is. You got a couple of great gigs coming up. I'm looking forward to the content as well, as always. So I appreciate you. For the rest of the year, you know, many blessings for the rest of the year and beyond.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll be talking before then, but just in case we don't, we'll definitely have we got some more things coming up as well.
Sure.
So I got some things coming up and ready to announce in hopefully in November.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, we'll see. So be on the lookout for that as well. Something here in Philly, so looking forward to that. And so we just winning. We keep winning and we keep building together. So, but again, enjoy the weekend, and I always appreciate you, and thanks again for always coming on.
Thank you, Courtney. Of course.
All right. Well, you enjoy, and I'll talk to you soon.